Okay, so I'm Ofir. I'm the CTO and founder at Lynx. At Lynx, we develop a platform for health organizations to securely and share data with the industry in a privacy-preserving manner. I was formerly the CTO and founder of several other companies around, where the product is around machine learning and natural language processing in many different industries, genomics, edtech, sales and marketing, etc. I'm a machine learning enthusiast. I've been doing machine learning and natural language processing for the past 15 years or so. And in this talk, I want to give you a taste of the challenges in implementing AI in the healthcare industry. I'm gonna do that by walking you through three use cases. Okay, can you hear me? It's a tricky microphone. So I'm gonna walk you through three use cases out of the numerous potential use cases. One of them is in the operational setup, the other two in the clinical setup. And I'm going to walk you through the challenges and the benefits of each of the use cases. Oh, sorry. Okay, so the first use case is the operational setup. The use case is of an emergency department within the hospital trying to gain insights about patient flow, the different condition mixture of those patients, and after gaining those insights, try to predict the patient volume in the coming days to be able to do things like better staffing, better distribution of the physicians and nurses across the different stations. We see here some sort of analysis of the different conditions, of the patient flow within the emergency department. So I need to remember to click to the right. So the benefits, well, that's the good thing about healthcare. The benefits are always apparent. It's very obvious what are the benefits. In this case, for the hospital, it's a way to save costs. Calling backup physicians, backup nurses is very expensive. Also having unemployed staff on site is also expensive. On the patient care side, having patients wait in several stations within the emergency department or not getting the best treatment they can while at the emergency department is a bad thing. Knowing what the load and patient mixture is going to be is something that can help you plan for how to call in physicians and in what manner to distribute them. Okay, so the benefits are clear. It's an internal effort, so the emergency department has access to its data. So what's the problem? Okay, so I'm not going to talk about the difficulty in hiring and having the skilled resources, skilled personnel within the hospital, which is something that is not usually done, at least not in most hospitals, and the difficulty in accessing the data. The other challenges for this use case would be that the data is coming from many different systems, like the staffing system, the scheduling system, the EHR, the medical records, and maybe even the billing system. The data updates in each of those systems is very irregular. So in some systems, like the scheduling, data is both retrospectively and for planning is only updated once a month. For the EHR, hopefully it continuously updates. And also for untrained eyes, the data might seem nonsensical. So the names of the different fields, if we're looking at the EHR, the data itself, there's no standard in naming those data points. So that's the that's the first use case in the operational space. The funny thing is, you will almost never hear people talk about the operational setup, although it's a huge market within the healthcare. You would usually hear people tackling problems within the clinical setup, and those are the two use cases. Okay, so the second use case is a startup company trying to generate some sort of machine learning AI model for predicting the best filter in hearing aids, to be able to per hearing setup, give the best experience for the patient. A setup in that context would be you sitting here listening to me talk, or listening to music at the comfort of your home. And we're talking about time series data, audiometry data directly from the devices, from the hearing tests. So again, the impact and the benefits are very clear. We can provide better care, better devices, monitor patients over time. We can even detect, give early detection for potential deterioration of hearing loss, etc. And here also the challenges would be, so on the top side you can see that's only a small snapshot there of how a hearing test would look like. Those are the different pitches and the results of the test. You can see it's a sparse matrix. It's a lot larger than that. The data is scattered through various inaccessible data sets and systems. So it can be either like the top table, it can be in reports like the bottom one. And the labels and the results is usually subjective. So each physician document the results and document the conclusion in a subjective way. And even the hearing rooms, the labs don't have a standard way of conducting the tests. Sorry for the graphic image. So the third use case, also in the clinical space, is in the GI space. A company wants to create a decision support system for endoscopic videos. It wants to tag key scenes within the video, maybe even take a few frames and label the polyps or other findings within the frames, and then give it as a prioritized list of events to the physician to be able to give the diagnosis better. And again, the benefits are clear. It allows for more accurate diagnosis by reducing the number of human errors, enabling them through a prioritized list of findings to go faster through the results, and allow for development of better devices and solutions. The challenges here, again, are the access to skilled data scientists, but also the massive compute and storage that would be required for image analysis, computer vision, and for collecting the images. We usually see in these types of settings that the videos and images are kept in the tower on the device itself, are not being sent to a centralized location, and that's an issue. And so there are many companies tackling many different issues and problems within the space. We see companies trying to solve for training of new personnel, develop machine learning models for early detection of conditions, etc. And they all suffer from all of these challenges that I just showed. Thank you.